Hello everyone, the 316 Lego Maniac 316 here, with another Morphin Monday Lightning Collection review. This time, I got the Mighty Morphin White Ranger from Wave 1, a figure that came out in 2019, originally retailed for $19.99. I had to buy mine off eBay from a third-party seller, but I got a decent deal. It was like 30 some odd dollars. Anyway, it's always nice to go back and look at some of the earlier figures in this line, see how it started, and this was the very first one that they had showcased. So what did this figure come with, accessories-wise? Let's start off with the weapon he has in his hand. Sometimes he doesn't like to stand right, so I gotta reposition him, but that's just a flaw in my figure. Anyway, you get here a nice looking, if I can, let's get the light in here. You get a nice looking Saba, which the upper half looks good. It's nicely painted, got the gold and the white. I think the gold may be painted in 2 layers, but you know, all the gold that you'd want here is here. And then you get Saba's head, which is painted completely in silver, but there is some gold highlights on it. And actually, I just noticed, I think mine has a paint error. See, on that side it has gold. Oh, I never noticed that when I took it out of the box. There's no gold on this side. Interesting. The face is not painted like at all, like the red eyes, nothing. I thought it was interesting that they just left it in silver. Maybe the plastic was molded in white, and then everything else was painted. I honestly don't know. I doubt they just dipped it in silver paint. But you also get the effect piece here, which goes into like axes and blades. It slots in there easiest because, you know, this was, and he fell over. You know, this is the figure that, you know, came with this effect piece first. Accessories wise, back to the hands. You get 2 fisted hands, standard bug, typical fare. Not missing out on anything there. You get a left karate chop hand and a right holding hand so that you can hold Saba. And now that I'm looking at mine, is that looks like a defect of some kind. Let me take the hand out. We can get a closer look at that. I don't think I've seen this particular defect before. It might just be extra flashing on the hand. Yeah, it's just extra flashing. It's nothing to worry about, really. It's pretty easy to get rid of, too. Yeah, I can easily cut that off. Or just pull it off on camera. Nah, it's not going to be that nice to me. Anyway, last accessory you get here is the head sculpt, which, you know, it doesn't look bad. Honestly, from a particular distance, I think it looks pretty good. In person, it looks good. My issue, though, is when I put it on the figure here, if I can put it on the figure, because mine has a very, very loose neck joint. Let me do this off camera, because again, this is a bit of a pain to try to get the head on. Getting the helmet on is not too bad. All right, the head is fully on the figure. Doesn't his head just look tiny? Like, I know that when they introduced him, his head looked pretty small, but that's because, you know, this piece is huge. You know, it's a big shoulder pauldron type of deal. His head just looks teeny tiny to me. Like, from the side, it's okay, but from the front, yeah, he got a teeny tiny head. Maybe it's just, you know, something wrong with the figure, but it's honestly the weakest head for me just because of its size proportion. It's just, ugh, does not work. But anyway, this was a figure I really wanted to get my hands on, and I'm glad I have him in my possession now. But let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. The gold paint is very nice. It's not like a really bright gold like you know, Zeo Red over here. This is nice and really shiny gold. This is more of like a bronze gold, which is what you would see in the show. Trying to reposition the light here. Didn't realize it was partially blinding me. But really nice gold there. It's, you know, dark gold, but it works really well. If you wanted to put Saba in his sleeve here, you can do that either this way or this way. I believe on the show it was this way, because then Saba could look forward. Maybe maybe it's the other way around. This is the easiest way I found to put it in. When I put it in this way, it has a little bit more resistance. But as you can see though, the helmet on mine, the neck joint, very loose. So if you have a figure like this, what I'd recommend is to push it either all the way forward or all the way back. And yeah, it's like nice and stiff now. That can cause some issues with the neck not looking aligned, but you know, it does fix the issue of the really loose joint if you have it like somewhere in the middle, because like that's just awful. Pushing it all the way back, you don't have the issue. The arms are a bit different to like all the other figures in the Lightning collection that share the same joints. These ones, I believe that the only thing that's similar is the elbow. All of this is, for its time brand new, and I don't think ever reused as of right now. But, it looks nice. It does seem kind of small, though. Like, it makes his arms look teeny compared to... I'll just grab Zeo Red again. Where did I put him? Okay, Zeo Red just... Oh, he's on my lap. But, like, Zeo Red here, you can kind of see, like, his arm looks nice and large, but his looks a little small. Maybe that's just me. But... built-wise, you get that nice little logo there. Not sure what that was supposed to be, like, representative of. I don't know. I can't speak right now. Legs look good. I mean, we've seen from here to here before. The boots are always new. The feet are probably the same, but, nice detail on the boots here. I think my issue is that it's not, perfect. Like, you can see some black bleeding into there. I think it's this one that has the issue. Oh yeah, like the bottom here towards the front. It's not painted fully black. And I don't know why it's not, in the light. There you go. You can kind of see how the black at the bottom there's not fully painted on. But, articulation-wise, being the first figure in the line, it has, your standard articulation for a male body. There's nothing new or different here. It's got the ab crunch, which actually works really well. It's got the swivel up there. Again, my head joint is a bit loose, but pushing it back, not too bad. What I like about this helmet compared to all the other helmets is that the ball joint seems to be mostly in the center. So when you look at it, you can actually do some posability completely, like 360, like tilting it a bit. You could tilt it back. You can even push it back all the way to look up or look very far down. So, I wish that they would do this more often with the helmets compared to other helmets where it's more towards the back. I like it where it's more towards the middle, like a helmet like this. Anyway, I think that's enough of looking at the figure. Let's go ahead and get a size comparison here. So, Tommy here, he stands at about, let's see, just about 6 inches. Maybe just a little bit more, like 6.25. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. So I already brought him in before, but here's Zero Red, the other Tommy Oliver, if I can get him to stand. Come on. But, there was a wave difference of, I think, 5, because I think that was wave 6. Because Zeo Blue was wave 4, right? I don't know. Anyway, they look nice together. Those are the only 2 Tommy figures I have. I don't have Mighty Morphin Green, unfortunately. That one's going to be a pain to find on the aftermarket for a decent price. Another Wave 1 companion here. We get Doggy Kruger. Looking nice. And let's go with one more. How about a villain? Let's go with Lord Zed here. That was an accessory. I got a bunch of figures strewn about here. I'm filming a lot of reviews today. But there you go. You can see, well, the camera's probably making him look a lot taller. But, this Lord Zed technically came out in Wave 1. But this is the 2-pack release that has the silver painted on his fingers. But yeah, there's some good size comparisons. They'll definitely look nice next to all your other figures. So no issue there. But overall, final thoughts on this figure, I think that getting the aftermarket price here for, like 30 some odd dollars, it's not a bad price. And this is definitely one of the stronger figures of the line. And it was the very first one. I guess my only major complaints about this figure is the head, neck joint, which that's a figure-to-figure basis. Yours might be fine. The Tommy head being incredibly tiny, and the Saba being painted silver, although you can easily fix that pretty much. But I think that this figure, at its original price, was absolutely worth it. Getting in on the aftermarket from a third party, just don't pay too much for this figure. There's a good chance they may re-release it down the line. They did that with green, although technically two different versions of that figure. But, they re-released Mighty Morphin Pink here, and they also re-released Mighty Morphin Yellow. So there's a good chance you might see Mighty Morphin White get re-released down the line. And I almost forgot to do this little display with the 4 of them. So hopefully I can get the rest of the team, which is red, blue, regular black, which rumored to be coming in wave 12. Interesting to see if they do that. But, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. It helps people find this video that may not have seen it on the recommended. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when videos like this are uploaded to the channel. As always, these are on Monday. Sometimes I kick the trend and do like 2 videos in a day, but usually not. And don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know if you like this figure or if you want to see me review some non-Lightning Collection stuff. But as always, thanks for watching. Peace.